name is Staff Sergeant Richard Johnson with A323 Airborne. I'm from Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm 22. Like many of my fellow Marines here, I was drafted on December 1st, 1969 to go overseas and fight in the war in Vietnam. Vietnam is nothing like back home. It's dense with vegetation, humid like a swamp, and crawling with mosquitoes that'll suck your blood dry and leave you with malaria, wishing you were dead. Most of the terrain is hilly and covered with dense forests that are prime real estate for an enemy ambush. We were told when I first got here that it would be a quick war, that the communist militia would give in easily. But I'm on my third tour of duty and I see no signs of them giving up. What these guerrilla fighters lack in military training, they make up for in heart and sheer grit. Not to mention the countless number of booby traps scattered throughout the land, just laying in wait of a stray foot or a loose piece of clothing to catch onto, or a hole filled with bamboo spikes, covered in raw species to turn someone into a statistic. In these parts, there can be an ambush waiting around any corner, or through any tree line. The level of stress that comes along with this job is enough to send a regular man insane. We're here trying to preserve the free nation of South Vietnam. The communist Viet Cong have invaded the South and are trying to make one communist nation. After parachuting into the forest around the city of Laos, just in the shadows of the demilitarized zone, we were tasked to set up camp on Tiger Tooth Mountain, not far from where we had dropped. We knew we were under constant surveillance by the Viet Cong, but there was really nothing we could do about it. It seemed like everyone was against us. If they're not sporting an American flag on their arm, they have the possibility to pull a gun on you at any moment. We were always on edge. It's been little over a year since Operation Rolling Thunder came to an end. We bombed the forest and the hillsides of northern Vietnam with napalm, burning nearly everything to the ground. The general says we managed to kill 180,000 North Vietnamese troops. They were also trying to cut off supply routes running from north to south, in efforts to drain resources being given to the Viet Cong. Although a lot of damage had been done, I don't think it will be enough to slow their attack. They were also dropping herbicides in the forest and the crops up there. It's called Agent Orange. It was pretty effective in killing plants in the area. But I think we're going to catch a lot of heat for this one. It got into the food that feeds the civilian population, and it can't be good for their health. A buddy of mine flew for U.S. 2nd Air Division. He said it was hell up there. The communist allied, like Soviet Russia, supplied the North Vietnamese troops with sophisticated air-to-air and ground-to-air weaponry that they could use to fight off bombing runs. He said he's lost a lot of good friends, good men, fought and died to save the lives of people who couldn't fight for themselves.